for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
I started to say for today's trick or treat. For today's cup of coffee. I had actually gotten some of these, the little packets of cheese balls. And it said mini cheese balls.
They weren't kidding when they said mini.
And they're a little bit bigger than BBs.
I don't know what to classify them as. You know those like accessory tennis balls that you get with Barbies sometimes? They're about that big.
Oh my God. I mean,
they're about that big
insane.
of a Barbie accessory.
They went well with those mini gummy bears. We hope everybody had a good Halloween. We hope that you weren't horribly disappointed with whatever treats that you got. So,
if you got that mini pack of gummy bears, what are you supposed to do with those? Or the cheese balls. I mean, you could put those in a dollhouse and maybe there you go. Yeah. That's something.
Yeah. That's it.
That's a waste of gummies and cheese.
That was just sad. And it's just, this is how it was. But that's all right.
But are they tasty?
I don't know. After looking at them and holding them in my hand, I'm like, no, I'm just not even.
You just got to
I'll try some of the other ones.
That's why you're like, how many bags of candy are you eating? It's not that it's that many. It's that there's very few pieces.
Right. And it's crazy. But that's all right, because we had, we always get stuff that we like, because nobody's going to usually venture up on the hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure that the fact that we've got the little sign up that says no trespassing, we're running into places to hide the bodies, that probably doesn't help, does it?
Yeah, and probably not. Yeah, that may be
because it's one of those, it's like, they may be joking and they may not be.
Yeah, I mean, they hung that up before Halloween. So are they serious or are they not?
Right. It's like, well, they've got skeletons on the porch year round, so whatever.
Whose bones is that?
And yeah. It's like, do I really want to be added to that particular skeletal family? And it was interesting because looking for stories for us to do, and found one that was from the Gateway Pundit and was by Mike LaChance. And of course, this was for October 31st of 2023. And he was basically discussing a story that had been on Fox News. And it was a gentleman who is an exorcist priest.
An exorcist priest?
And that was Father Dan Rahill, I think is his name, or Rehill. And he's of the Diocese of Nashville. And that's in Tennessee, for those of you who may not know where Nashville is. And they were asking him about Ouija boards. And we have discussed this on our channel lots over the years. Don't do it. It's not a game. It's not a toy.
You can have an accessory, but...
No, I don't even. I think it's just... No. I no. Because I know what the potential of them is. And that was the same thing that the priest had said. He's like, these are not toys. And it's like, demonic spirits can answer you as if they were dead people. So leave them alone.
Yeah.
Because devils lie.
They do lie.
That is their main thing. If it's coming out of the devil's mouth, is lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. And it was interesting because that led me down a rabbit hole. But we'll put the link to this Gateway Pundit article on here. The scariest thing was not them talking about demons or even Ouija boards or anything like that. The scariest things on there were the comments. And I don't want David Palmer to be right about some of the things. He actually offended me to the point that I turned it off last week. Because he was talking about the possibility of Christians going after people of, like, you know, that they deem as a cult or anything like that. And I'm like...
Like in similar to what they did during the Satanic Panic and all that?
Yeah. And I don't want to think of that happening again. But according to these comments, I can see how easily it could. You got a lot of people. This is the reason that Kid and I distinguish between church people and those who are believers and followers of Christ, because sometimes, not always, but sometimes there's a vast difference. So that led me down a rabbit hole as far as demonology. And I told Kid, I said, is this going to be another one of those winters where God's going to have me studying demonology? And I don't know, but it very well could be. It's happened before.
Do we want a demonology winter?
I go where I'm led. I mean, if that's the rabbit hole I'm, designed to tread at this point in time. It's not just me. Oldest Kid has been doing it too.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't doing that. I'm going down a music rabbit hole.
Well, you can go down music rabbit hole. I would much rather go down music rabbit hole. But now, there is a scholar that is on YouTube, and I love him. He is absolutely hilarious. His name is Dr. Justin Sledge, and he has a channel called ESOTERICA. Now, we're talking, this is some highbrow stuff.
Above our pay grade.
It is way above my pay grade. But he's absolutely hilarious. He is an enigma. I watched part of a live stream that he and other scholars did there on Halloween, and they were discussing Halloween. And these people, they discuss, on his channel, he says that it produces content relating to topics such as alchemy, magic, Kabbalah, mysticism, Hermetic philosophy, theosophy, the occult, and more, using the best academic scholarship currently available. So that just gives you an overview. Now, he digs deep into some of this, and it was an interesting discussion between the scholars. I try to avoid academia. I really do, because they're usually so far up their own asses that it's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And being podling, they'll let you know that you're lesser than. But he's actually a cool dude. He has a wonderful sense of humor.
Yeah.
And it's so I'll put a link to his channel in there. And I just got to look at, because we have so much division going on right now. And I'm like,
is divided.
Yeah, a house divided cannot stand. And so it's like, all right, let's just see which demon, according to like the Key of Solomon, going way back in occult studies that I did many years ago. And that was where he supposedly had a magic ring. We've discussed that before in past videos. And that he was able to summon demons. And so, and Kid's over here distracting me. He was able to summon demons. And that he had the demons to tell him their name, what they did, how they plagued humans, and basically what the antidote to them was. So that's way interesting. And found there is on academia.edu, somebody has made a scholarly list of demons. So there's people that's studying this stuff. Now, I did not make it through the list because the whole paper is 262 pages. I did get the PDF. The PDF was free, and you can sign up and you can get other papers and stuff like that. I will leave a link to that also in case you're interested in, email address. I have no problem with that. First and last name, Orlando Mountain Goth.
Yep. There you go.
But these things are real, and I think that it's really sad that at this point in time that you've got so many people, they don't understand what a demon is. They miss a lot of them. They don't understand that when they're operating on some of these lower frequency emotions, hate, any of that negative stuff, that's probably as much of an open invitation to a demonic force as playing with a Ouija board.
Yeah, definitely. In a way, that is.
Yeah. And it's like we were listening to something and they were talking about, it ended up being mass hysteria was what it was. And that may have been when we watched Slapped Ham, his Halloween live stream, which was hilarious. Mm-hmm. We love him. And he had a great costume. He had some kind of costume. It was like his face was in a frame like it was the Mona Lisa.
It was good. It was a good costume.
He's hilarious. That was the first live stream that I had gotten to be part of. And I think his name is Callum. It's either Callum. He's Australian. He's just brilliant. Just enjoyed him greatly. But, I would hate to have his job having to go through TikTok and different things like that daily to try to find stuff for the channel.
Oh, no. You get to just
browse.
Could do that. You get to sit there at the computer and just browse all day.
No, I couldn't do that. I would rather sit here and go through the PDF. I really would. Really would. But we have got...
Okay, I don't see how you would be able to do that, because reading a PDF is not like watching ghost evidence.
I grew up with books. And books are books are adult wubbies for some of us.
See, just
they really are.
Yeah, I get that, but sometimes you want to watch videos that show actual evidence.
Well, I get that. I really do. But like I said,
rather than reading about it, you want to see it.
And I basically, what I do is read all day, because of different news articles, different things like that. I sit and read, and at this point, my eyes, I can focus better on a computer screen for whatever reason than on print on a page, which I hate because I like the tangible of a book. Mm-hmm. Reading is this amazingly intimate process to internalize that information, be able to go back, reread it, have a bookmark, underline whatever it is, if it's your personal copy, which is why I like buying books. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I get the appeal of it, but sometimes people want to actually see.
Well, I get that. Different people learn different ways. But it was also interesting on this paper that I found that has this listing, and what a vast listing this is, of demons. And I didn't look, I haven't read thoroughly enough to find out what sources that she has used. So I can't say for sure that it is totally and completely scholarly. That would be up to some, but it's enough to give you another rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah.
What was interesting was how many other papers are available about demonology.
How many papers are available for demonology?
These are things that people have studied for centuries in every culture.
So thousands upon thousands of documents?
Uh-huh. Some of them hidden. You got to realize the word occult simply means hidden. It's a common word in medical language, because it means if you ever see on a lab test where it says occult blood or something like that, mm-hmm. that just means that blood was detected in whatever sample. It just wasn't visible.
Right. Okay.
And so we've got a lot of occult knowledge out there. We've got so much knowledge that has been squirreled away, hidden from the general plebes. Why?
Don't know, but we could point out certain people that has those documents.
There's lots. Mm-hmm. There's lots of different theories about who. It was like we had the article from the Smithsonian there on Halloween about the turnips and stuff, the turnip lanterns. And the Smithsonian is rumored, if you want to go down the tinfoil hat route, to have hidden many, many things over the years, especially the skeletons of the giants and different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nephilim
skeletons.
Mm-hmm. All kinds of stuff.
No, show that to the public. Show the public the shit that needs to be shown.
And this is the thing. Are things being uncovered? I think so. I think there's a lot of things that are being revealed right now.
Slowly but surely. Surely.
And as far as the communicating with the Ouija boards, don't do that. Or the demons, don't do that. Because these are things that have been around for thousands of years.
I mean, if you got a book bag, like for example, like one of those things that has a flap.
I still don't even as far as the iconography
if it's
of
just that, don't use it like as a playboard. Don't do it.
I see all these ghost hunters doing all this stuff, and I'm like, whew, you messing with fire. You have no idea. You have no idea. And they're like, well, nothing's bad's happened to me. Well, have you encouraged other people to use it? Maybe that was the whole purpose of that demon allowing you to get by with it, is to encourage others and open other doorways.
You know, that could be.
Mm-hmm. But somebody in one of the comments there on Gateway Pundit was talking about AI. And when you're asking questions of AI or even Google or whatever, is that another form of a Ouija board?
Is it?
We don't know.
The AI, like talking to AI, know. Is it a Ouija board?
We don't know. But I thought that gave me pause, and it's like, whew,
somebody asked an AI, why does peanut butter make my ass itch? Yeah, that's summoning a certain demon. What demon is that summoning?
I don't know. There is probably some demon that causes itchiness. That's because there for a while, different demons cause different diseases. So I don't know. Usually somebody's ass itches. I would suspect pinworms first. A little Scotch tape at night, and you can find out whether you got pinworms or not. For real, that's how they test children.
Yeah.
So, demonology.
I got you on that one.
You did, because that one just totally came out of left field. Here I am in nerd mode activated, and then this kid. So, final thoughts on the possibility of the mama doing the demonology study again during the winter months.
What? You go down the rabbit holes you need to.
Yeah.
Go down the rabbit holes you feel you're led to, but don't get too deep into it.
Well, that's the thing. And with any of this stuff, this is somebody else's reporting, and some of these ancient manuscripts from thousands of years ago, that's still somebody else's reporting. Was it or was it not accurate?
Right. You don't know.
And no, we don't. And it was a matter of going back into things that we have been taught. Were we taught correctly? There's so much. It's not a bad thing to ask questions. It's not a bad thing to search for the truth.
No. As a matter of fact, you're required to search for the truth.
But when you're trying to stop somebody from asking questions, now it's like, we urge people, as far as like a Ouija board, that's dangerous. I feel that's my responsibility to warn people, don't do that. Now, they're going to make their own choices. Y'all grown-ass adults, you can make your own choices, and that includes bad choices.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing as seeing somebody, that there's a hot stove and saying, hey, that's hot, don't touch that.
Don't touch it.
Inevitably, somebody's going to touch it.
Yeah, even if you put that sign directly over, you leave a flat iron on the washing machine, You make a note. Hot, do not touch. Someone looks at that sign, still touches it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask us how we know.
Well, I'm sure everybody has had those experiences. So that's your final thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you've had experiences with the supernatural and paranormal, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you've gone down different spoopy rabbit holes that you would like to share with us, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and I'll put the different references and stuff there. Let us know in the comments what you think about some of these things.
Yeah. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. And click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good...
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
And let's pray one for another, because prayer, that is something that is needed right now more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.